Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So I'm in the hallway and as you can see there is currently no paint on the walls, and soon the electrician Duncan is coming and he's going to do the final fitting, and I really don't want to be painting around the light switches, wall lights, emergency lighting and things like that. So I've got my tub of paint and we need to put some paint on the walls, so let's crack on. It's not about how big your roller is, it's what you do with it. And this is the biggest I can find locally. I'm sure you could probably get a couple more inches, but this is working fine for me. And what I did was, I started using that original tin, and it was way too thick, and it was being used too quickly because the plaster is really porous. So what I did was, I went and found another tin, an old one, which was about half full. I added some water to it, mixed it up, and that was essentially the mist coat. So what I'll do later is I'll go over it all again and it won't look so patchy and inconsistent. And when Duncan comes to do the final fitting, it means we haven't got to sort of cut around and it will be nice, tidy work. And then on the weekends, what I'll do is I'll get on the blue lift, go all the way around the top, do the cutting in, and it will look top notch. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go and dismantle some old shelving units which the nuns have sort of made out of old doors and cabinets and things like that. So let's crack on. So I'm sort of unsure of what these are or what they were from. I know they look like trellis for growing plants up, but they're made of oak, they're very heavy, they've been painted with like a faux wood grain, and this one has a cutout for where a hinge was, so like a little flap or a little door or something like that, and they do show signs of being used internally in the building. And there are other elements like bits of old panels, the same colour wood which has been painted the same with notches in, so it looks like it was some sort of room divider, and it makes me think that possibly it could have gone between the chapel and what is essentially the new chapel where the bar's going to go. And I know that in the past, or in most convents, that the nuns were separated from the congregation as such. I don't know if that's true, I'm just using what people have told me. And there could have been a large screen or divider made of this. There's quite a lot of it behind me, and there's quite a lot of panels stacked behind as well. And yeah, it could have been that, or it could have been trellis. I'm unsure, but it's really nice, so we're going to keep it and use it for something in the future. I'm not sure. But yeah, basically this is all of it, other than a few bits and bobs and bits of panels and stuff. I don't think it's all here, because that huge arch in that room between the chapel and the other room is massive. So it might not have even been there, it might have been somewhere else. Yeah, interesting, but a nice find nevertheless. And yeah, I'm going to store this somewhere, and we can use it for maybe some sort of architectural design. We could put trellis up around the door frame and put some fake plants growing in and out of it. I don't know. Just an idea. So the next stage for renovation in this room is to remove this wall behind me. So I'm going to pick up the camera now and just walk around with it and show you and explain what we're going to do in this room. So the next step will be to remove this concrete wall, and then above it as well, which we need to do tomorrow, there is another concrete wall just made out of concrete block, and it's incredibly thin on top. Incredibly thin. And we're going to start at the top tomorrow, and then we're going to work our way down and start removing this section. There is a oak post. Sorry if the camera's a bit shaky. So this used to be because there was originally a wall going through. So you can see the two notches up here, and they're also on the other side. And they would have gone back, and the same construction as upstairs. It would have had lath and wattle and daub, things like that between it, clay mainly, and then plaster on the exterior. And that's been removed in favour for this concrete wall. And this concrete wall is not structural at all. And the only thing which is currently supporting the staircase, because like I said, originally, this was a wall and a piece of oak would have gone through, and you can see at the very end, we probably can't see very well actually, there is a iron strap which is attached to one of the floor joists below the staircase, and it would have run through to support this beam here, which is the first landing of the staircase. So I'm going to leave this concrete one for now, and I'm going to change it for an oak post, the same as this one. And this is not doing anything at all. I know it's underneath the main beam, but this main beam is the straightest one and the best conditioned beam in the entire convent. And there's no weight above it. There's only another interior wall above it, which is the same construction as, like upstairs, the bedroom. So there's no weight on it, which is fantastic as well. And as soon as this is all out, I'm also going to remove this one, but I'm going to put an acro prop, and I'm actually going to move this post back probably just 2 meters. So it will still have something supporting the beam, but it means that I can put a downstairs toilet, and the toilet will only be small. So the wall will start from the corner of this wall all the way back, and it will be in line with the first landing of the staircase. And I'll have an oak door made, and then you've got a little light. That's fantastic because the drainage actually passes out just through this wall. So I've got drainage, and I can also then go up with it to the next floor, because there will be en-suites above here for bedrooms. And then I know everyone said that you should keep this toilet. Why do you need to have it there? Well, this one is coming out because here in this room, there's going to be a doorway going into the garage. And this is the only place I can put it. So I'll cut out, take the stone out, put a concrete lintel in, and then take the doorway out, and that will be fantastic. That's access to the garage. And then, so you imagine that this big post here steps back to the landing, and then a wall goes through. So you've got quite a big area, and the main beam's still supported, and there is nothing behind, there's nothing behind any of this, just a stone wall. And also, up here, just to put people's minds at rest, there is no balustrade behind that as well. So, yeah, they are the plans. And then once that's done, probably from next Monday, I'm taking all of the floor out. It's all coming out. So that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.